Hey, what's going on? This video, I'm going to walk you through how you can build out an online course using Kartra. Now, there are a few ways in which you can do this, but I'm going to show you the way that I would recommend. I find this method to be a very efficient way to build out an online course with this platform. So the first step of the process is to actually create a sales page for your online course. And, this might sound kind of counterintuitive. You might think that you should build out the online course first before the sales page. But Kartra doesn't let you complete your online course until you have the sales page put in place. So it just makes sense to build out the sales page initially. For this demonstration, if I was to build out an online course on how to snowboard, more or less this is what my sales page would look like. I threw this together in a matter of minutes. I definitely recommend that you spend a little bit more time building out your sales page. And I would recommend that you add a little bit more content here just to give an overview of what your course is actually all about. But more or less, this is what I would do. I'd put the course name in the header and give some bullet points just to give you an overview of what the course is all about, and then the CTA to continue to the checkout where people can purchase your course. So I'm going to show you how you can build one out just really quick. For sales pages, I would recommend either blank canvas or long sales pages. And this course is on how to snowboard. Category in particular, no site in particular. However, I would recommend that you build out a site first before creating an online course, but it's kind of beyond the scope of this video. All right, so Kartra has this really easy to use drag and drop builder. Super simple. You really just take whatever blocks you want and throw them right in. So I believe this is what I used for my demo sales page that I created just a few minutes ago. But you can add other content blocks as well. Literally just drag and drop whatever you want into place to build your sales page out. And you can also add components as well, such as buttons, text, video, images, whatever your heart desires. And as I said, Kartra gives you a lot to work with. So it's really just a matter of playing around with the platform, figuring out what looks good, what you like and what you don't like. To actually edit some of the contents, just have to click edit text, can go in. And later on, I'm going to show you how you can create a checkout form and how you can link it to your call to action right here. Remember, in my demo sales page that I created, the CTA is continue to checkout. So more or less, that's what you want to use for your CTA, continue to checkout or purchase my course, something along those lines. For now, we're going to return to the dashboard. Like I said, we're going to be using this sales page that I created for the rest of the video. But you might as well create a thank you page at this step in the process as well. Basically, when a visitor completes their purchase, when they go from your sales page to the checkouts, the thank you page will pop up after they successfully complete their purchase. And this is really just to give a confirmation that your customer's purchase actually went through. So it doesn't need to be anything super, super fancy at all. Boom, boom. Why not? So you can say something along the lines of, thank you for your purchase. Please check your email. And yeah, that's all you really need to do. Like I said, doesn't need to be anything fancy. However, I would probably try to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing if I was actually building out an online course for myself. Save progress, and we're going to go ahead and publish this live as well. Perfect. So now that we have our thank you page and our sales page put together, we're actually going to build out the course itself. So to build out an online course, you're actually going to go to My Memberships. With Kartra, you can create membership sites and online courses through My Memberships. We're going to call this How to Snowboard. All right, here we go. Membership name, How to Snowboard. Membership description, we're just going to say snowboard for complete beginners. External URL. Here is the sales promotional page that I was talking about just a second ago. Snowboarding course sales page. That is this sales page that I showed you just a second ago. This is why it's important to have your sales promotional page set up before you actually build your online course. Access is password protected. In most cases, this is the option that you're going to want to select. So that's the basic info section. Now we go to the contents. This is where you actually get to build out the online course. So we're going to go ahead and launch Builder. And it's the same sort of editor as the page builder that I showed you just before. So basically, for building out online courses, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add categories. So we're going to go ahead and add a new category. It'll be easier this way. But you just drag and drop. And categories are basically like lessons or chapters of your online course. So, for our How to Snowboard example, the first chapter or category of the course might be, getting the right gear. And the subcategories are basically like mini lessons within your main chapter. So, I would say maybe getting the right snowboard. That's it. Gloves, jackets. You get the picture. Then, maybe I would add another category. We'll call this getting on the chairlift. Yeah. Waiting for the chairlift. I'm not going to build this out too much. You get the idea. And I'm going to go ahead and add just one more. I'm going to call this strapping in and going down the mountain. Strapping in, gliding down. Perfect. So here we go. Now we're going to actually fill in these categories with content. And I'm going to call this post actually how to choose a snowboard. Let's see, we're going to be adding this post to the subcategory, getting the right snowboard. So you can add a picture of yourself in the left sidebar, or a banner or a product. For courses, I would recommend adding the host icon right there. And as for the post content, maybe you want to add a headline. How to choose a snowboard. Some text, images. You can really go crazy and add whatever you want. It really depends on what you think might resonate the most with your audience. For snowboarding, maybe I would want to add a video. You can use Kartra video for this, by the way, which is really helpful. Just because, it's much easier to understand how to snowboard when you have someone teaching you through video. But again, it really depends on what your target audience might like. You can add audio, lots of stuff that you can add. And yeah, that's the gist of it. I'm not going to spend too much time building out the rest of the course because I'm sure you don't want to watch me for another 45 minutes building out an entire course, but more or less that's what you should do. And you can choose the layout and the color scheme that you like. I personally like this one. I'm going to change it to purple. So that's how I'm feeling today. Cool. Save it next. And here you can basically see the categories and the subcategories. This is the one post that I actually created. You can choose to enable comments if you so wish. I chose not to. As for access levels, typically for online courses, you really only need one level. But if you want to create like a VIP membership of your course, or if you want to create additional content that you want to upsell your customers on, then you would add another access level to your online course. But because I want my customers just to pay a one-time fee for their course, I'm just going to keep it as is. This is kind of cool. This is just a progress bar, so it basically indicates how much of the course you've actually completed. It's a nice feature to have, not super, super important or anything, but that's an option if you want it. As for the help desk, in my opinion, it doesn't make too much sense to have a help desk in place for an online course. This is the sort of thing that can be useful for building out a membership site. So I'm going to skip this for now. And here you can set up a welcome email as soon as someone purchases your course. Not going to go too in depth into this, just because Kartra's email marketing automation feature is pretty complex, and this is a lot to unpack, really. So this is really a topic for another video, but more or less you can send an automatic email just with the customer's login information, such as their email and their password, as well as the login page itself. And again, this gets into Kartra's email marketing automation features. You can assign tags, subscribe to sequences, and configure advanced automations. Again, I'm not going to go too in depth into this for now, but here we go. Congratulations, your membership portal has been created. So at this point, we've created the actual course itself, but to set up the billing and the checkout, we're going to actually go to My Products, which will take you to this section right here. And here we can set up all the billing and checkouts. Awesome. So we're just going to keep this as is. The official name doesn't really matter too much. And here you can set up your PayPal if you so wish, or credit card. I'm going to go ahead and choose PayPal. I'm not going to really show you how to set this up. This is beyond the scope of the video, but you have a couple different options for payment processing. Board complete beginners. Go ahead and save and move on to the next step. For online courses, we just want one-time payments. Recurring billing is good for membership sites where your customers subscribe and pay a monthly fee for access to your content. But for an online course, we're just going to make a one-time payments. And we're going to charge $40 for this course. Save it next. And here we go, the thank you page. Now this is the thank you page that we created way earlier on, if you remember. That's why we built it out beforehand, so that you can select it right away and don't have to, go back and jump around and create a thank you page and then add it. You can just add it in right now. Product page, Kartra pages. Again, this is the sales page that we created before right here. Save goes to the next step. As for the checkouts, we're just going to use the Kartra hosted checkout page, the generic one that Kartra offers. These are various settings that you can play with. I'm not going to go into each and every one of them, but just know that they're available. And accessing your product content. So remember, we used Kartra membership to build out our course. So we're just going to click the course that we built out before. This is an interesting feature. You can actually create an affiliate program for your online course, just for marketing purposes. I'm not going to play around with this just because for this hypothetical example, I don't want an affiliate program. And boom, your product page has been configured. So what you can do is you can take this code and add it to your sales page for your course, just so that you can track conversions, the number of visitors that land on your sales page, etc. But the final step at this point is to actually go into your sales page and link it to your checkout page. So you have to go over to the CTA, edit, go to link, and we are actually going to select pop a product checkout. This will take you to the online course checkout page that we created just in the last step. Price point 1. And you can go ahead and preview what this looks like. But this is what the product checkout actually looks like. This is where your customers will be taken to once they click on your CTA. Apply that. And that is it. So in a nutshell, I mean, that is how you can create a online course with Kartra. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to read up on this a little bit more, I'm going to link a blog post that I've created about how to do this just in the description. Feel free to check it out. But other than that, thank you so much for watching.